evening, everybody. Welcome to the election night of Pub Table Racers. I am wearing my patriotic shirt tonight. Warren is dressed just as well in a Pub Table Racers shirt.
I didn't come shirtless. Well, should I get some peanuts?
No, you're good. You're good.
Elephants like peanuts.
We're good. We know that. Oh, here it starts. Don't tip your hand. You voted for it. Anyhow, hope you all voted today. Not going to talk about who you voted for. As long as you voted, you did your civic duty there. And let's go.
Don't burn anything down if your guy doesn't.
However it goes, tonight, it's fine. So tonight, welcome to Pub Table Racers. Tonight's show. Before we get started, Warren, why do we have a bucket of beer in front of us?
Because it's election night. No, we're thirsty. No, that's what we do every show.
Because it's a pub, and we're Pub Table Racers, and you know they gotta have the bucket of beer.
One of these days, maybe someone from Miller Brewing, Miller High Life, will see this and jump on board, and you know, it would be nice to at least get free beer out of this.
And some money too. And we drink Miller High Life because?
Because it's a Bobby Allison's beer. My grandfather's beer.
Right, got it.
Cliff Lewitzky, drop over sometime, you know what I'm saying.
Got it, Cliff.
And
cheers.
Bobby's beer, our beer.
That's right, Bobby.
He's our hero.
I saw him Saturday. We did an appearance together.
Nice.
Big Ed Watkins Marine.
I seen that. How did that go?
That was great.
How were the hot dogs?
They were tasty.
How was Evil Knievel? Did you dress?
On Halloween, I dressed up as Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
It was good. Had a good time. We're getting hellos from all over the park, all over.
What size motorcycle do you think you'd need now to jump the Fountain at season?
Well, I know he couldn't do it with a Triumph because that's what he.
Well, I'm saying, you know, you're probably a little bit thicker than Evil.
Taller, a little heavier that way. Yeah. So Halloween was a good time.
You probably need like a 1200 Hayabusa Suzuki with a turbocharger.
Well, let's just put it. I have no interest in jumping.
All right.
So we're good. I'm just going to walk around. Heck around, be cool. Okay. All right. So we drink. Now we didn't do the toast. And we have.
All right. We started running my mouth.
If that's any indication, right? Strap in, folks.
I'm in a good mood.
I am too. Hey everybody, this is Tim and Warren from Pub Table Racers. A lot of you have been asking, hey, what other merchandise do you have? We have hats, t-shirts, stickers, kids' books. We have it. Let's just show them, Warren. Show them the hats real quick.
Hats.
So they're the white, vented,
right?
Back, snapback, trucker style. And
they come in small, medium, and large.
Depending how you snap them, that's good. Also, we have our black t-shirts, Pub Table Race t-shirts in large, extra large, and double XL. Warren, we also have left. Which ones we have?
These are the Heather Gray. The beautiful Heather Gray.
Very soft. Nice. It's good. So
I have those.
You have one on.
My favorite.
That's it. We have those available. Also, people ask about the children's book I wrote, award-winning children's book. I can say that. This is the paperback version, and this is the activity book for kids, and you can see that. And also, what do we have brand new, Warren? Stickers. $3 you can get a sticker. You can put it on your
car,
notebook,
your motorcycle.
Right, sure. You can put it on your bucket of beer, whatever you want to do. We don't care. So check us out. It's on the website. The store's right there. Log in, order. We'll ship it right to you. So there you go, folks. Pub Table Racers merchandise. Thanks. So tonight's show, we're going to talk about, of course, the Championship 4 has been decided for Phoenix in all three series. And also then Pete Trautman's going to come up. Pete Trautman is a 30-year veteran, former 30-year official with NASCAR. He's also been a race director, pace car driver, and he tried driving himself, and he's crewed for dirt cars. So we're looking forward to having him on a little bit.
He's also Alan Gustafson coach.
Alan Gustafson coach driver, the crew chief of Chase Elliott, who won his way in on Sunday.
I have to ask Pete if he has to cook or make him sandwiches. He's probably vegan.
If that's the case,
probably got to get him a head of lettuce.
If Pete had to do that, Alan would starve to death. Okay, I know Pete.
Well, but if he's a vegan, it's just like, I'll pick you up a head of lettuce and a tomato. You're good.
Here's some hummus and some chips. Have a good day.
Right.
All right, let's talk about the weekend that just was. Trucks. Grant Enfinger, 42 points out. He's got a win to get in. He does exactly that. He wins to get in. And who was Austin Hill? Austin Hill, 16?
I'll be honest.
I didn't see it.
I didn't. I was very busy.
That's fine.
But I figured you'd help me out with that.
Sure, that's fine, because that's what I did. He ended up having motor problems. So he had a couple engine problems. He named Ilmore.
The motor needs a primary source of power.
Exactly. Thank you. And so he's out. So you have your GMS Racing has 3 guys in there. So that'll be interesting to see if one of them can take it. Then we go to Xfinity on Saturday. Harrison Burton, spoiler again, goes 2 wins in a row.
That kid's got it, man. He's going to be good.
Coming on. He's coming on at the end of the year. And he broke his dad's record for the youngest winner, Xfinity race winner at Martinsville.
Nice.
So that's where he got his first one. So those 4 sets.
It's almost a shame that he didn't make it because he's just starting to get it.
But it's good momentum.
Oh no, and for next year he's going to be right. He's going to give him problems next year.
Yep. So Noah Gragson 2 weeks in a row, he has a chance. Harrison Burton wins, and so he's out. But that 4 is set. And then.
So who's that for? Let's talk about.
I didn't write it down. Sorry.
Oh,
I forgot.
It's obviously.
Allgaier.
Are you working back to front or front to back?
Doesn't matter. I'm just naming 4.
Okay, Allgaier, Cindric, Briscoe. Help me. Last one.
Help us out, folks. Who's the other guy? Sorry.
Whoever we didn't name is probably the guy that ended up winning the damn thing.
Exactly.
Because we couldn't remember.
James Bender wants to know, does Pete live in Trautman? Spelled different, you goof. Hey, Christy Diane Martin's here. Do I look okay?
You look great.
Oh, good for it? That's good. All right, Mom's here, Ginger's here, Skip Reed, Howie Markell tuned in from the mountains of West Pennsylvania. He was very integral in Pete getting his start, helped me when I did too. So then we come to Sunday. Sunday, the Cup race.
Yeah.
And as it's unfolding, I'm like, this is going to not go good for the 4-car because he just wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't even have to see it unfold.
Right.
They haven't been good at short tracks.
Right.
He hasn't been that good at Martinsville in a while now.
Right.
Where he started and he just went backwards all night.
Yep.
And he never got faster, it didn't seem like. So it really was no surprise to me. I'm just not. I'll tell you, folks, I'm a Kevin Harvick fan. I work for the man.
You work for him, yeah.
I know what kind of passion he has. I know that even though he might not have said what he wanted to say on TV,
Sure.
he's not happy. He's not a happy camper
that whole
about
place
that.
isn't happy.
But you can't leave it down to that one race either.
You have to do good at Kansas and Texas.
Right.
Which didn't happen either.
Well, he did good at Kansas, and obviously.
Justin Haley.
Oh,
that was the 4th Xfinity. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Bender.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Does he punt Joey out of the way at Kansas if he can to win that thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if he could have, he would have. I don't know if he could have. From what I understand, from our end, Joey, he couldn't catch Joey.
Right.
But okay, so and then we go to Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it rains and rains and rains, and they're actually running in the rain. And I think that had part of his problems with him hitting the wall.
Right.
But, can you tell a guy like that, hey, man, you better back off and let a bunch of people pass you, or you could end up in the fence and ruin our weekend, and granted, that kind of happened, and then you go to Martinsville, and like I said, you ain't been good at a short track all year. So, and there you are. You put yourself in that corner, and
so
didn't surprise me.
Okay, so some people were saying, oh my gosh, they need to redo how it's done. The regular season champion should have a automatic berth in there. And I'm like, here's my attitude. Here's my take on it. Sorry. My take is everybody in the round of 16, 12, 8, whatever, had the same opportunities that everyone else had. They had the same races to run, same amount of laps, same pit stops. I mean, everything you had to do to get into the championship 4. And if you didn't make it, you didn't make it. So that's it. That's the way it's set up.
Well, and I'll say it like this. Outside of the pit crew reset that I didn't agree with.
Okay.
I'll say it like this. Chase Elliott did what he had to do.
Exactly what he did.
He had to win the race.
He had to get in. He
wanted. If he doesn't win, if him or Martin don't win, Kevin's in.
Right. Exactly.
I mean that's pretty much what it kind of amounted to there. So he did what he had to do. Martin almost did what he had to do. They ended up with a loose wheel, and that hurt him. But those two cars ran up front all day long.
They did exactly.
And they were fast. They did what they had to do.
So with talking about the championship 4, I'd like to congratulate Warren. He has 2 from Team Penske in there. So this man right here is on the verge of possibly winning his second championship with the team. Joey or Brad is your choices right there.
I guess I told you earlier it'll be a car with it'll be a Ford. It'll be a car with at least 1 2 on the door.
One number 2.
At least one number 2.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it will be a driver with at least 1 O in his last name.
Got it. Thank you for narrowing that down for us. So Denny Hamlin's out. And if Chase Elliott pulls it off, oh my gosh.
So you don't have an O in his last name.
I know, I'm just saying those are the 2 options. Hey, we talked earlier. So here's something for you guys. So if Warren and I watch the race on Sunday and wins the championship, do you think we should do a post-race show? We're going to apologize now, but let's come on for like a half hour. Whatever we talk about,
It have to be a half hour.
It have to be a half hour. What do you think about we did a post-race show right here if Warren takes... Well, maybe let's do it anyhow. If you guys like to see it, let us know.
Okay, so let's come over, give me a quick IV.
A quick IV, yeah. Yeah. So you want to talk about on Chase Elliott's one stop, the Jack Man, because he was trying to look around the corner, got off the wall too quickly.
Yeah.
He then NASCAR gave the penalty. Then they looked at the tape again and said, "Oh, he reset." So they called resetting, going back and putting his foot on the wall.
Right.
You thought it should have been a total reset where he gets back up on the wall.
At least had to stand up on the wall.
Even if it was just
just both feet standing up on the wall and coming back down.
Okay.
I'm not going to say go back over the wall because you can stand on the wall to be set.
Yes.
Right? If you're reset, okay, let's say offsides in football.
Sure.
Right? If you're a defensive lineman and you go over the line and you come back and get reset, right? You're not moving.
Right.
You're back in your position.
Right.
You're reset.
Right.
You're not offsides.
Okay. So you think it should have been more than just touching the wall?
Absolutely.
All right, that's fine. And that's why we're here. Bender says if we're into the show, we better wait till Wednesday when you sober up. That's what Bender said. If you win the championship.
Oh.
It's not going to be that bad. All right. So that's where we're at. So we're on Tuesday, he said, because if they win Sunday. He was giving you crap.
I was going to say it might be longer than that. Last time it was a week.
No shot. No kidding. Sorry, nice shot. Screwed up my words there. Hi everybody, this is Tim Packman from Pub Table Racers, coming to you from Lake Norman Patio and Game Room. I'm coming to you to one of their awesome, incredible pub tables. I'm here with the owner, Brad Doan. Brad, one of our sponsors of the show. Brad, let's take people around and show them exactly what it is you have here. So our viewers and website followers can know what you have to come down and get some of these great items.
Fantastic idea, Tim.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is one of our top sellers. That is all powder-coated cast aluminum. Okay, comes with 4 swivel bar stools.
Gotta have the swivel.
Gotta have the swivel. Actually, a nice footrest down below here. Demonstrate that. This is great 42-inch top with an umbrella hole for your 9-foot umbrella. That's an Adirondack-style bar chair. Again, a swivel bar stool, Tim. And that comes in many different color options. There's a few of the color samples right on top. It's marine-grade polymer and maintenance-free. Lifetime warranty, Amish made, Tim, one of our best sellers.
Okay, here's a nice outdoor fireplace, you call it?
Well, that is a propane fire pit,
okay.
Tim. Commercial grade, high BTUs, all weather unit. Of course, comes with optional colored glass, which we'll actually throw in and give you.
Ooh.
And many different options on seating around the fire pit.
Very good. So the Adirondack chairs like we see right here?
Yeah, we sell a ton of those. Let me just go over here. We just got about 50 of these in the other day.
50 of them.
These are folding Adirondack chairs with a lifetime warranty out of the marine grade polymer. We have some different pub tables and bar tables outside, Tim.
This one's nice. Everyone can sit right at it together.
Yeah, that's very nice. Stainless steel. Mm-hmm. Of course, painted in any color you want, built-in 4 seats. That's one of our balcony chairs. It's a little shorter than a standard bar chair. And of course, chaise lounges, all different color options on those. 20-year warranty on the chaise lounges. Okay. One of the many bars that we sell, Tim. This is a smaller one, a 4-footer. Comes with swivel bar stools. And you can do any color combination. Look at that, that's great. A footrest. Yeah, really great little unit. And we sell a lot of those different colors. These are the bar hide chairs, Tim, in the poly. Here's a vintage bumper pool table that just came in. And here's a video game over here with 60 arcade games built in.
For sale?
For sale.
Oh.
Everything in here is for sale.
Okay.
We do a lot of deep seating as well. Sunbrella fabric, which is all weather.
Perfect.
And lots of options here, Tim.
All right, well, do us a favor, Pub Table Racers, go to lknpatio.com, check out all the great things. If you're in the Mooresville, Lake Norman area, come out on Brawley School Road, near Canvas Back and Oak, come in, see Brad and JoJo, and tell them Pub Table Racers sent you. Thank you,
Yes,
Brad.
Joe. Thanks, Tim. See you soon, everybody.
All right, let's bring our guest in here.
Let's get him in here.
So we'd like to welcome Pete Trautman to the show. Popular choice today. He's had almost 5,500 people we reached. Pete, welcome to the show. You have your water.
Yep.
Pete is a non-drinker, so it's okay if we drink here with you.
Yeah, he knows.
Go for it.
We've sat. So actually, Pete watched us put this together the day at Big Al.
Big Al's, we put it together. And
Yeah, I think he took the picture.
he took the picture of the two of us on the cover. Which I was thinking the other day, since we have merchandise now, which is available on our website, hats, T-shirts, these things sitting here we have, nice tumblers,
Children's books.
With these guys are both a character in there. Yeah, Pete was sitting there when we did.
When we kind of started talking about it.
We did the picture. We launched it right there. March 25th.
Right, way before COVID.
Yeah, it was good because it says on the thing.
Oh, okay.
Pete, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Can we cheers his water bottle?
Sure.
There you go. That's good. Perfect. All right, Pete, you're from Buffalo, New York. You and I have known each other for
20 shit years?
25 years?
Is that a Buffalo
25?
term?
Yeah, 25 years. Pete was started out as a you started out racing.
That's not a comfortable seat. Is
Yeah,
it?
I noticed. You guys need to step this up a little.
Okay,
You need a bigger. I'm going to have a full-size kegs here, right around Thanksgiving.
Just a
Perfect.
bigger cushion or
Perfect.
something.
So you started racing actually.
I tried.
Where'd you try?
Well, I actually started drag racing at Niagara.
Sunday night.
Yeah. And then I tried running a stock car at Lancaster for a couple of years.
How'd that go?
Not well. Crashed all the time.
At least you're consistent.
Yeah. And then I still love this sport, and I got out of driving, and I went to help John Juliker.
Who's a legend up in
Yes.
Lancaster. You're on his crew, right?
Yes, we won a couple championships, a bunch of races. And then I wanted to do something different. I went to go work on a dirt modified for Davey Moore out of Canada. And we won a lot of championships, over 100 feature wins.
Cayuga?
No. Well, Cayuga's in Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's asphalt. Dirt.
Right.
I've been to Cayuga many times.
Yep.
Yeah.
And did that for a while. And one of Davey's owners, Cliff Barkham out of Rochester, he had a Bush car that Sammy Swindell drove.
Right.
I was on the crew for that. And that's when I first got down here. Went to Daytona, Darlington, all over. And that was my start.
Were you living up there and
Yes.
traveling down here to help with that car?
Yes, we all were. Everybody on that team was from New York.
So the car was based up there, and you guys were kind of
Going back and forth.
all right.
Going back and forth. And the car was built by Raymond Beal, Blue Max.
Yeah.
Remember Tim Richmond?
Sure.
And Rusty was just getting
Blue Max,
there. And did that for a while, and worked on a couple other dirt mod teams. And one night when I was off, I was up at Lancaster Speedway, and Howie Markel came up.
Who's
to me.
watching tonight?
Hi, Howie. Howie came up and asked me if I'd like job driving the pace car, which was a brand new Trans Am at the time. And I'm thinking, okay.
So like a Bandit, like 78 Trans Am?
No.
I'm kidding.
No. But, I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to get dirty anymore. I'm
Right.
air conditioning when it's hot, and I
Yeah.
can beat the crap out of a brand new car.
Right.
I
Wait,
like this job.
what was your best part? You got in for free?
Well, I was doing that anyway.
Okay,
I
yeah,
was
okay,
actually
good.
sneaking in. But, it's,
I know.
Can you hear Pete all right? Bring your volume up just a little bit, Pete.
All right, so
You're good.
Yeah, if you need to come, is he good?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
So-
it's good.
so
I was just,
Yeah.
I did the pace car, and then
Yeah.
worked my way up to race director, I think about 5 years later. But I was thinking at that point, I was liking this official stuff, and I was thinking maybe I'd like to be a full-time Winston Cup official for a career.
I like how you say Winston Cup official.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
Because that's what it was.
It was.
that's what it was. And I knew I had to work at a NASCAR track. So I called Ron Bennett over at Holland Speedway, which is the local NASCAR track up there. And he had an opening for a tech inspector, which I had never done tech before, but he hired me anyway. And I did that for a few years. And I learned a lot at Holland because Ron was an attorney, and he taught me how to write rules really good.
Yeah.
And Art James was the race director, very smart guy, and I learned a lot from both those guys. And then,
So you're saying I could have been an attorney?
no.
Well, I'm pretty sure because I know how to get around most of them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, he wrote the
you know all the
rules.
weeds.
You got
Yeah.
it. No,
So,
you would have been a defendant.
I have. Will the defendant please rise? It was the first time I wore a three-piece suit.
Go ahead.
So then an opening came up in Bush North, which is now K&N, and went and did that. And I was doing that for a couple of years, and NASCAR contacted me, wanted to know if I wanted to try out for Winston Cup.
About what year was that, Pete? You remember?
Late 90s.
Okay.
97, 98.
All right. About our time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was first. I met you. Yeah.
I was at Watkins Glen. It was a Bush North Cup weekend.
Yep.
And a couple of the Cup officials come over and got me, took me up in the trailer. I took some tests, and they gave me a job working part-time for Winston Cup, see how I would do. And then later that year,
So when you say that, did you work the tracks? Like, did you get the Glen? Did you get, you know what I mean? Did you get
mostly stuff
that was around, that was close? You're
To Buffalo.
maybe Dover or
Yeah,
what?
Dover was one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then one day Gary Nelson called me up in the trailer. Gary was our director back
Yeah,
then.
he was a big
before
shot.
Darby.
Yep.
And I go up in the trailer, I'm thinking, oh man, what did I do? And I walk in the office, and Bill France Jr. is sitting there. And he says, sit down, Pete. And I sat down, and he said, we'd like to offer you a full-time position as a NASCAR Cup official.
So first of all, I'm going to say this. This is an honor to be able to sit
Sure.
here with someone
Yeah.
that has actually had words with Bill France Jr.
Yes.
Because that was our last great one.
But wait.
Yeah.
All right, bring
No,
it.
no,
bring-
no, no.
give me some more.
You'll love the next part. That's
So
okay.
he says, we'd like to offer you a job. So Tim knows me very well. What did I say?
Pete's nickname is Cheap Pete. We call him that for a reason, and that's why he is in the children's book, Funny Day on the Race Ground. He's Cheap Pete and Wacky Warren there. And it comes from the fact that when it comes to
And thrifty.
thrifty. So Bill France Jr. is offering you a job, and you say,
What's the job pay? And he tells me, and it was fair. I liked what he offered, but first thing out of my mouth was, oh, Mr. France, I can't do it for that. So we went back and forth for about maybe 10, 15 minutes in a nice way. And Gary Nelson's making faces at me. And I got another $1 an hour out of him.
you
So
did all
That was
that
big though.
for
A dollar an hour,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Yeah. But, and then, so they hired me. and-
$40 a week before taxes.
So, but,
So yeah, but you negotiated like Bill France Jr. Like you didn't just say, "Oh, thanks, I'll take it right
Right.
out the door." I got a job. You're
Right.
like,
It's $2 an hour.
for $1 more.
but
And I bet he
$3
respected
an hour. No.
Yeah, you had to respect that.
and,
Right.
and like after that, every time I saw him in the garage, he'd come up, hey Pete, how's it going? I said, good, Mr. France, how are you?
I could use another buck.
You don't have to have an extra one on you, sir.
So, and then I did that. I was a tech inspector and a pit road official until January of last year. And I have all kinds of great memories and friendships
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
doing this. And I couldn't thank NASCAR enough for
Right.
that. It was great.
So so I'm going to ask you a couple questions. In all fairness, you know, when I got there in the late '90s, you know, it was kind of exploding. It actually already had exploded, but our pay got kind of ridiculous, Did you guys get a flavor of any of that? Did you get some of the reaps of that era?
Not to the extent that you guys.
Right.
Because
you're working for corporate.
Right. You guys were getting paid way
too much. You can say it.
Yeah.
Jeff Burton used to say
you guys were getting crazy money, but everybody back then was.
Right.
But
I had Rob Lopes tell me one day, God, you know Rob. Tire specialist Rob Lopes. He started at DEI.
Went to RCR.
Yeah, when he came to DEI by me. I was a plate layer fabricator, and
right.
I'm just a tire guy. If I was making money like one of you fabricators, like your $1,500 a week, and I said, $1,500 a week? I wouldn't get out of bed for $1,500 a week. And I floored him. He was like,
and that's tough to do.
And I wasn't making that at the time, but I had him like dumbfounded, like, is he serious?
Yeah.
But that, and I love Rob to death. Rob's a great guy.
Real quick, you get a bunch of lows here. Lisa Grimmer, Pete was one of the best tech inspectors Holland Speedway had. Some smoking hot chick named Terry Ann says hi.
Hi, Terry.
And Terry Ann is
my wife.
Thank you.
She's probably watching this and the election.
Right. And Colleen DeHunt.
Good.
Oh, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Colleen DeHunt says hi. Great to see you.
Hey, Colleen.
Yep. So anybody. Anyhow, so during your years, so you did different aspects of it, and so Warren's job was to get around you, and your job was to catch him.
I'll say it like this: I didn't deal with Pete too much,
right,
because I didn't do. Pete was more drivetrain and
Gear.
chassis. Right. Underneath stuff, and I was actually more body template stuff. So
you were messing with the template guys.
Yeah, I was messing more with the template guys. When Pete came tonight, he told me at one time his supervisor was Jerry.
Jerry Hines.
Jerry Hines. So Jerry Hines did templates, and I told him my funny Jerry Hines story. And we were at Charlotte, and I don't know. Brewer was on the team. Brian Smith was on the team. Chad Haney, who I don't know if any guys are watching, but we would coat the bottom of the splitter at the time with Pam spray,
right?
Because when it would hit the track, it wouldn't build up. It would you get this buildup from this plastic splitters, and it would hurt the performance of the car. If you could get the stuff to fall off or not build up, it was better for performance. So I had coated one of these splitters with this Pam, and Jerry Hines reaches underneath it and he goes to rub it to feel it for legality reasons, and he comes out and it looks like he just got out of a bucket of popcorn from the theater,
right.
And I bet his face turned beet red. And Jerry's I think Jerry's from Wisconsin. I think he's from.
No, he's a New Yorker.
Oh, okay. Well, he looked at me, and because he knew it was my end of the dog, and he was just livid.
Right.
He's like, he didn't even say wipe it off. He just said, go around. You're going around, because at that time they would send you back around. Right. You had to go clean it off. It would just go around, wipe it off. I never want to see that shit again. 10-4, yes sir.
So you go through. You found your share of infractions before, and it's tough, I'm sure, to go to someone and say, "Hey, man, this isn't good."
Yeah. Cup was different than like when I worked at Holland.
Right.
When I found something in Cup, I would just go to my supervisor, who was Bob Hacker, Randy Hedger, tell them what I found, and then they would go talk to Darby, and they would handle it. And I didn't actually do any disqualifications for it. Holland, when I was the tech guy, it was up to me to disqualify people, and that was probably the worst part of the job. Is you got friends in there, and they worked all week on the car and everything, and you got to toss them. But it's not fair to the guy who finished second either, who's got a legal car.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, and I know you told us a gray area story about how they had to rewrite the rule. And we won't mention who it was or anything if you don't want to.
No, we won't mention, but we can tell what they did.
Right, we can tell what they did. And they rewrote the rule the next week, because that was how NASCAR used to always be with us.
Right.
If you'd show up with something and you beat them, the next week they tell you
new rule.
Yeah, just about every week.
26.4.
Right.
Point.
We just did an amendment to your rule.
There you go, yeah.
And now you can't do that anymore. But explain what it was, Pete.
Well, I checked rear ends. Yes, I was a rear end inspector.
Lucky you.
But
A proctologist. Automobile.
Automobile. No. Okay.
Anyway, checking the rear end, and we have this deal where both sides have to ratchet.
Right.
But the rule was written, the rear end has to ratchet. And one of the cars we caught, one side ratcheted, the other didn't. And was that illegal? Yeah, but by the way we had the rule written, it was okay.
It ratcheted.
Right. It ratcheted, and
Right.
that's what the rule book said.
Right.
So then, like you said, next week we had to rewrite the rule, so both sides had to ratchet.
Yeah.
So you spent a lot of time. You were also a pit road official too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something where you're out there. It's 100 degrees out on the track.
Yeah.
And you're standing there in your
You're in your fire suit, helmet,
yeah, everything like that. The dangers of it. So how did you learn how to do pit road? How did you learn how to check for infractions and stuff like that?
Well, I started out basically in Bush North, which are the same rules, but the pit stops are a lot slower.
Right.
Yeah.
So that helped me. And then when you get to Cup, us new guys, they would put us with cars that are in the back, laps down, so if we made a mistake or missed a penalty, it didn't really affect too much.
Wasn't a big deal.
And as you got better, then you got better cars.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the danger of it, a couple times I almost got hit. One story, it was at, I don't remember what track we're at, but I had the 9, was Ray Everham, back under the Dodge.
Okay.
Right.
When Casey Kane, I
Yeah,
guess.
Casey was driving and Ray was the crew chief.
Yeah.
And I'm out on the right side of the car during the pit stop. And what we're trained to do, this is something where I did what I was trained to do and I almost got hit because of it. When you're on the right side of the car, we key off the jack man. When he drops the car, if he stays there, it's a 2-tire stop and you don't go around, because if you go around, you're going to get hit.
Right, you just stay there.
So if he drops the car and goes around the other side,
You got to go around so you can
it's
watch
a
the
4-tire.
So you
you can watch the other side.
Right.
So, pit stop, drops jack, goes around to the other side, so I figure I'm okay. I double check my lug nuts, make sure they're all on, and I start heading over. Well, when I'm going over there, the jack guy's like maybe 4 or 5 steps ahead of me, and he goes over to the wall and stops. And what happened was, and you probably know,
They called it off.
that's right,
Yeah.
Ray changed from a 4-tire to a 2-tire
Two-tire,
stop.
okay.
But the problem was, Casey's gonna be going, and I'm standing right in front of the car. And I looked back quickly at the guy dumping the gas. Remember Tank?
Yep, tank.
tank,
Yep.
Yep, Tank was dumping gas, and he was still engaged, so I knew I had an extra second or two. And he was just pulling the dump can out, and I just got out of the way in time. But I did what I was trained,
Right.
and almost got run over. And when that was over, I looked up at Ray, and he's got this smirk on his face.
And you were
Like he made-
and you were smirking.
Because he made you run. I made me run.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we were both laughing, and
Right.
it was cool. And then another time, when I was a rookie in Cup, when your car comes in, you go out, but you got to watch what car is in front of yours. Because if
Okay.
I go out there
Sure.
and I get behind the jack guy,
Right.
Yeah.
and this guy's coming in after I'm out there, he's got to either swing way around to get in, or he's going to hit me. He's
Right.
going to screw up the pit stop
Yeah.
either way.
So you kind of stay tight to the car, right?
Right.
Right, but where I screwed up, I looked to see, my car was in, they weren't, and I looked, they were on the wall, it was Petty's team, they were on the wall ready to go, so I knew they were coming, and I looked down pit road, and I was looking for the bright blue 43,
Yeah.
and I didn't see it, so I figured it was okay for me to go out. But, as we all know now, these teams got different
All the
spots.
paint schemes.
Right.
Yeah.
And the 43 was right there, and it wasn't blue that week.
Oh.
And I went out, and he came in, I don't remember who was driving, and I just saw it at the last second, and I moved out of the way, and he just missed me.
Wow.
What year was it? You remember?
Oh, this would be
It was a
98, 99.
hamburger helper car, probably.
No, it was
John
on-
Andretti.
Oh yeah, could have been.
It might have been
Betty Crock. Remember with the dad?
Oh yeah, the hand. Yeah, I can't remember that.
Good
Yeah.
memory.
They came to RCR for a while.
That's right.
So then after that, I learned that I
Hamburger
have
helper.
to see, like when the caution comes out,
Right.
you have to see on the track the car in front of you. You see in front of your car, behind your car,
Okay.
how far behind.
So you can prepare when they come down.
Right. So I know how much time I have.
Okay.
But that's something you learn on the job.
Right.
Right.
I only got hit one time. I'm catch can in the 15. It was a night race at Daytona. I don't think it was one we won.
Right.
But anyways, I'm catch cannon, and Kenseth's behind us, and he overshoots the pit and
Right.
comes into ours, and I was just lightly
Right.
pinned between the 17 and the 15 while I'm
Right.
catching gas.
Right.
The 17's all the way up to the back of my legs. You know, another 3 or 5 mile an hour, and I would have been
Should have been even
I would
shorter.
have been in the flight for life.
Could have been even shorter.
Been in the hospital next to the ARCA guy that wrecked the day before. But I have this big ass catch can, and I was beating on the hood of the 17 with the
back
catch
up, yeah.
can
Yeah.
because they had me pinned, and I was upset.
Right.
And because that's what you did back then.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
You just hit something.
Right.
And Riser came down and started yelling at me. And,
Crew Chief Robbie Reiser, yeah.
and he's a cheesehead, I'm a
Sure, yeah,
cheesehead,
yeah.
so, you know,
Yeah.
that turned into nothing. What are you going to do to me? You know?
Exactly.
And you
Before
got
we,
your back to all that.
Well, I was like,
no
you
idea.
didn't see the car coming in.
no, it's, right, and it was like I'm catching gas, and you try to at least kind of pay attention to what's
Right.
going on, so you don't get schmeleed, but and all of a
I
sudden
don't think I've ever heard that word before.
it's a word. It's a word.
and here he comes, and all of a sudden I had to get skinnier than what I am, and he's got my legs up against the car, and I'm like, this ain't happening. And
Real quick, before we start taking questions for Pete, I'd like to remind everybody this show is brought to you by Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms. Go see Brad, JoJo, and Patrick.
Right.
The fall line is out. They have November specials going on. The game rooms downstairs are incredible.
Awesome
what they
stuff.
offer. Pool tables, foosball tables, like you like to call it. Foosball, tabletop hockey, and a great variety of all things there. So go see them, and we appreciate them supporting us.
Beautiful Adirondack stuff.
Adirondack chairs are
Yeah.
fantastic.
Really
Tall
good
ones,
stuff.
Short ones, they have bars there, all kind of umbrellas. And also, if any of you out there looking to advertise on the show, give me a call. We have
Right.
room for more, and we
Or if you
appreciate
need a
it.
hat.
If you need a hat, we have. Well, that's right. Go to the.
I
Go
wonder
see
if
our
should we get some stocking caps for you people up there in Buffalo? And
so some beanies.
well,
Some,
you guys don't call them.
Tusks? I don't know what we call them. Knit
I
hats.
call them a stocking cap
Stocking?
or a knit
How old
cap.
are
I
you?
don't call them I'm 12.
I'm not
Stocking. Stocking.
I don't call them
Right.
they call them a toboggan here, and that's the only time I've been on a toboggan going down a
Sure.
hill with a fifth of Rumplemans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't
Barb Juliker, I don't know where you're hearing music from, but sorry about that. Well, there's no
Music?
music. She said, can't hear you guys, there's music playing. Question from Colleen, wondering what Pete did during the beginning of the week
music.
before he had to travel to the next race when he was an official.
Tuesdays we would do towards the end of my career. Tuesdays we would bring the cars back and do tech here in Charlotte. So I was one of the tech inspectors, and we would do that
Right.
on Tuesday.
I was nervous.
Yep, and Warren was there many times.
Yeah.
And other than that, we would land Sunday night, and that was it till we would leave probably Thursday.
Okay. So that's what you did during the week, and then you take off again.
Yeah.
Come back,
So
it was all over.
a lot of the guys, and most people don't notice, a lot of the inspectors, it's now for sure, they drive coaches for the bigger wigs, the bigger guys in NASCAR.
Right.
Did you do that, or did you just stay in a room?
No.
You just got a hotel room?
Yep, just got a hotel
Okay.
room.
Even though now you're driving Alan Gustafson's
Yeah,
coach, and Pete could win the championship.
That's right.
Maybe we should have him over with us.
I know. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Pete's probably like, that's good. Never
I
mind.
did this enough.
This is good. Lori Keach,
Well, I'm not saying he's got to be on with us.
I'm going to say Lori Keach, Concinati, whatever. Nice
Lori
Irish
Keach's
girl.
an old friend.
There you go. when are you coming home to Buffalo for a visit? Can I answer that for you? Next spring, maybe next summer.
That's just what I was doing. I was probably going to come up this year, and then with all the COVID stuff happening.
Right.
You can drive into New York State, but if you fly in, like I drove up there and there was no big deal, and I left and it was no big deal. So, anyhow, yeah.
So a chariot, a stagecoach, something like that.
Something like that,
no
yeah,
problem.
sure, yeah. Just
Horse.
Yeah, there you go. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask him with Pete about his career as an official and other things he's done throughout his career. Like Howie Markel, like Hugh said how he got you started when I started as an announcer at Lancaster. It was Howie Markel, and then Tony Magoo was with us. And Howie was very, very helpful to me, and I think he still likes me a little bit. I'm not sure.
I got a question.
He feels sorry for you.
Does he feel sorry for me?
Really?
Yeah, whatever.
I got a question for Pete.
Go ahead.
So now that you're not an official,
Uh-oh.
who was your favorite driver? Who's the guy? And I won't even say like because of performance, but who treated you the best throughout the years? Because you've seen a lot of them now.
Oh yeah,
you've seen a lot of guys. You've been around a lot of guys. And who was your?
A lot of them are nice to me. Some were jerks.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mention any names. But if I had to pick a favorite, probably be Tony.
Tony Stewart.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nice.
Tony was always really good to all us officials,
right.
and he was always good to me. I can't say nothing bad about Tony.
I like that pick.
Yeah.
It's good.
Because, Tony's been through a lot with NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's good he didn't take it out on you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
Tony's smart enough. He knows that,
Right.
they're just doing their job.
And there were times Tony got called up in the trailer
Yeah.
for stuff that happened on pit road.
Or he talked about tires and
Yeah.
why don't we make this a figure 8 race and I'll go backwards.
But we didn't crash enough cars here.
So if anybody wants to YouTube some cool stuff,
We didn't crash enough cars
Tony
here, yeah.
Stewart, talking about tires or Daytona, and you're gonna get.
Remember when we first went with the Hutchins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tony was like, and then he wore that at the banquet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Took off his coat and he had a.
Here's a question: were there any rules in the NASCAR rulebook that you did not overly like?
Anything,
not really.
Anything with templates. Say.
Right. Yeah. You do those
But
things.
to be honest, I don't even look at the rule book anymore.
Right.
I got nothing to do with it.
Right.
So I don't
Right.
really.
When you were, I guess they're asking when you were doing it. Was there anything in the rule book you thought that wasn't?
There was a lot of times I'm like, what the heck are we doing?
Right.
Right.
I'd be thinking stuff like that, but I didn't know all the particulars what might have
Behind the
happened.
scenes,
Like
right.
like Warren might have pushed it on something
Right.
that I didn't know about.
And they made a rule about it.
Right.
And then you get it. And you didn't know about it.
Right.
Because they didn't explain.
Right, and
Yeah.
they don't tell all of us everything. It's like I just didn't,
Right.
rear ends, transmissions, chassis stuff. So like something with the body,
Right.
I didn't know anything about that. So
Okay. Skip Reap is on. He said to say hi.
they skip.
Any good
Now-
stories about Butch Ball?
Yeah,
Butch Ball. Tell people who Butch Ball was. Is.
Butch Ball was race director at Lancaster
Right.
at Cayuga Speedway
Right.
back when you were there with ASA.
Yeah.
Butch was race director, and when Howie got me in with the pace car deal, and I worked my way up, Butch was race director through most of that, and he taught me a lot too. And Butch is gone now, God bless him,
Right.
but he helped me a lot too. And Butch was a great guy.
Good. Alan Milston, first time viewer, awesome. Thanks. Tell your friends.
Buy a hat.
So part of your job. So you used to be on pit road, but as the sport evolved, then they took away the pit road and they did the eyes in the skies. They had on cameras.
A bunch of cameras.
Yeah, the cameras
on
on.
cameras. And me personally, back in the day, the most fun I had was working pit road.
Right.
But we were the ones calling penalties and stuff. And now it's, I totally understand why they did this. The approach, for those who don't know, they got some people in a trailer. They can watch the pit stops. They can replay them, back them up, fast forward. And if they have any questions on anything, they can all talk about it and
Right.
decide what they want to do. And it's definitely more consistent and it's safer because none of us are going on pit road anymore. Very rarely anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the old days, like say I might call a missing lug nut on Warren's car.
Right.
And the official next to me, he might be a newer guy and missed the pit stop. So the rules weren't really the same for everybody. It depended on what official you got. So, it's not as much fun now.
They're trying to take the human error out of it.
Right. And I kind of like it.
When there's one lug nut, we won't have that problem.
Right. Because
Hey, you have a missing. Oh,
missing tire now. So, being that you were on pit road and you had to hand down some penalties, do you have any good these stories? Where you have this? What I'm doing is when you held people on pit road.
I don't know if I'm going to tell you who this was. But
Okay, can we guess? But go ahead.
no, we won't guess. We'll let everybody speculate.
Speculate.
Yes.
That's
We
it.
love speculation
You figure it
on the
out.
show.
Very good. Yeah.
It's in one of your current cars. And
One of our cars.
yes, it's not there anymore though. But,
Oh,
Okay.
So I was holding him for a penalty. I'm standing in front of him.
so he was driving
No,
a
he's
two.
giving me the finger and
Give me a
everything.
finger, right?
So I'm smiling at
He
him.
was driving a
Wait,
two
wait, wait,
years
wait,
ago.
wait a minute.
We're
So-
speculating
Wait, so you're holding the driver
for a penalty.
and he's giving you the finger, so you just start smiling at him?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
that-
laughing at him.
I'm
This
sure
don't
that-
get on TV.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something that had to make him mad
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
it was pissing him off even
Yeah.
more. And then your good friend Jerry Hines comes walking up because he was a pit road supervisor
Right.
back then. And Jerry goes to me, "What's going on?" And I says, "Well, he's giving me the finger." So Jerry stands there in front of him and he starts laughing at him. So,
There's
and-
two of you.
Oh yeah,
Perfect, yeah.
And he was getting pretty hot in the car.
Right? Got it? Okay.
Yeah, all right.
When you're going to have
He
that.
doesn't work at Penske anymore, but
Gotcha.
he did at the time.
Yes,
Okay, got it.
He was possibly in a two car.
Possibly in the two car.
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, it was? No? All right. So what's the speculation?
It was yellow.
Phil and Deb Edwards, looking good. Pete Trautman. David Bennett wants to let you know he knows the whereabouts of your old Corvette motor. Would you like it back?
No,
No? Okay.
I know where it ended up to, and I don't want it back.
Okay.
Oh, geez, it's tied to somebody's leg at the bottom of it.
No,
In the Niagara River? Where is it?
Dave was a Bush North official.
Dave Bennett was an official, right?
He did Cup also.
Okay.
So
Got
from the Northeast, and we're
Um,
dropped the Corvette stuff.
Jeez, everyone's coming at you now. Pete, what's your favorite track and why? I know which one you hate.
Well, if we're talking the city it's in or the actual track,
Both.
I like going to Vegas.
Right?
I'm not a gambler, but there's just so much to do out there. I just really like Vegas. I like Daytona, being
For
at
the
the
history.
beach.
Yep.
And the nostalgia and stuff.
Yeah.
And
The history.
I really like Watkins Glen because that's
The home track.
Your home
that's my
track.
home track. And my dad was a SCCA official years ago. And when I was a kid, I used to go there for the Formula One races.
Yeah.
And Jackie Stewart, he was
Sure.
always my
Jeez.
favorite back
Wow.
then. So Watkins Glen's one of my
Okay, from
favorites.
Multicar.
So do you think you'll go with Alan next year? Are you? Did you?
As long as he wants me, yes.
Okay.
Do you think?
Unless
Do
something
you
else
think
comes
you'll
up.
go to Road America?
No, because as of now, we don't take the coach past Mississippi. It's just too much wear and tear on it.
Right.
Gas.
Okay.
Like the drivers, they need their coaches.
Well, it's not really past the Mississippi though.
It's up there.
It's
too
way
far.
Okay.
So, but that's up to him. You know,
We'll
he
see.
wants me.
Because what I'm getting at is I'm going to probably be there because I volunteered for some of that stuff because I want to go to Road America
Sure.
the first
Yeah.
cup race because
Sure.
that's my home.
Yep, I've been there a few times.
And I'll make
That's
sure I
a
get
great
you
track.
some of the best brats and cheese curds you've had in your entire life.
Okay, so Kurt Taylor says, "Hey
Oh,
Pete,
that's Kurt, that's the guy from high school.
yep, did putting your Mustang in the mud off Sweet Home Road above
Wow, people are.
help prepare you running dirt track racing,
Yeah, I guess
Holy
you could
cow.
say it did. Yeah,
friends."
yeah. I was screwing around a school bus on the way home one day, and I lost control. And long story.
Got it.
Totally.
So not only did we wreck,
It was a '69 Mustang. I
Oh.
got one.
oh, it was probably really pretty too.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do much damage.
Okay,
Just underneath the front bumper. And,
Sure.
So.
okay. Another question here. Tony Kaluza, I'm gonna say. Hope all's well. Looking good. How would you compare the racing community from West New York and Southern Ontario to the rest of the nation?
Back in the day when I was doing this stuff, I would say that the racing in Western New York was as good as anywhere.
Yep.
There were some awesome drivers,
Sure.
great racing, and like we were talking.
And a big following, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, huge.
And like Saturday night, for example, you could do Lancaster, Holland. They're both the same night. They're within 100 miles of each other. Both places were packed. They both had tons of great drivers, and this was every week.
Right. I want to help you answer this. Go finish,
No,
and then I'm going to help.
so the different Holland, you had the late models; they were big there, and the modifieds were big.
Finish, and then I'm going to help you answer this guy's
Right,
question because I know exactly what he's asking.
Right,
and I know what he's trying to say. Here's what I'm going to say. Where you're from, where I'm from, in your area in the Upper Midwest, we raced 3 nights a week. We raced like crazy, and when me and you, the three of us, get out to say Phoenix or out to Vegas or out to California, even it's not like our venues.
No.
It's not. There's not a dirt track, every 60 miles away. And I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Our fanfare on the Upper Midwest and the Upper East, and even down here, is way different.
So the grassroots,
than like going out west. I don't know. Maybe Texas might be a little bit. It's so spread out, though. Who knows? But our grassroots stuff is way more tighter. Dirt late models, asphalt late models, short tracks, and I think that's the question he's asking.
Kind of how was it? So like Karen Wiley, she's on here. She's she's part of the Wiley racing gang. They've been around forever, but just different groups. And you would have those in the short track. The families that the Hatfields and McCoys fight in the stands, and then someone start dating someone. Then they be teammates. In Lancaster, you had Richie Evans and Jerry Cook. Modified Hall of Famers showing up, and they had Art Clark down in Holland. In the Western New York. Sports.
We had to dig trickles.
Ricky Wiley too.
Ricky Wiley, one of the best.
Absolutely.
Ricky was a great racer, but NASCAR knew him well for his racing and, should we say, his post racing. Good way to put it.
But as far as being a driver,
he was great, phenomenal,
awesome.
He got a lot of calls from NASCAR. Hey, what'd you do this weekend? Don't do that again. Zoanne Cobby Good says, "Miss you, Pete."
Yes, you do.
One guy says, Doug Sully, there's no good racing in Minnesota, so Pete, will you take up fishing? Up there you can fish all over the place.
There's really good fishing there.
Sure, there is.
Hey, Doug.
Or if you want to go to Minneapolis and get a TV.
Anybody has any questions, now's a good time to ask them. Should we do the one wing challenge?
I can get them over here.
Here we go. So tonight we did something a little different. So you have 2 guys from Buffalo.
You did something a little different. I know nothing about this.
I know, that's the best part about it.
I'm a rookie too, Warren.
I didn't tell Pete. He was there when I picked them up.
They smell good.
Yeah, they smell good. So there's 2 flavors here. These are from Buffalo Wild Wings, and one is we've had this flavor, but not like this. And one's a flavor that I didn't even know existed. So I figured we'll try that one together. All right. So it works.
Everybody gets a napkin.
Everybody gets a napkin as well, clean.
Tuck it in your shirt.
You're rated 1 to 5.
1 to 5. That's it. You do like 3.2, 4.6. So give me the Buffalo.
Can I read what flavor they are? It is some kind of lemon something.
Yeah, okay. Lemon pepper. Okay, so that's a lemon pepper rub.
Lemon pepper rub.
Okay. Hello, Pete and Tim from Hal Lawrence. Hey, Hal, what's up?
Oh, not me. The guy won't say hi to me.
Remember Warren. Remember the bubblegum blowing contest at the Akatiki in Daytona?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay.
No, you won't.
No, you won't. That's it. I got
Exactly.
that. I got that. So everyone should stay down there.
That sounds like one of your trips you must have made.
Yes. All right. So the first one.
Akatiki is like legendary.
We used to all the people from Buffalo stay there. And on Wednesday we had a big hot dog cookout, and sometimes people didn't park their cars properly there.
We won't get into that either. That was with that Corvette.
It was the Corvette.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Ghetto Gang. Yep, Skip, we got that. The whole bunch of them. All right, so this is the lemon pepper.
I had one of them.
All right, what's your rating?
3.
Really?
Yeah. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, this isn't anything I would order.
All right.
Me either. Did you get one of them?
Yeah.
I wouldn't order that.
They're okay, but
Right. They're meaty. It isn't nasty or nothing. It's just not.
Right.
yeah, that's not what.
It's not for me.
There's a lot of things I'd rather
Right.
have.
Okay.
I'm going to do this flavor.
And what are these?
I'll tell you that.
You're
Take a
not gonna
bite.
tell
Take a
me.
bite.
Oh, okay.
These are flavorless.
They're pizza. Pizza flavored wings. Come on. We figured it was something different.
Do you think they taste like pizza?
I don't know. I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give them a 2
Wow.
because if I want a pizza, I'm gonna order a pizza.
All right.
I agree with that. I get a 2.5.
If I'm gonna order a chicken,
Right.
I'm gonna want chicken wings
Okay.
or just
Right.
fried chicken. Hey, you know where the first chicken was fried, don't you?
In Kentucky?
No, in Greece.
Ah.
That's
All right.
that's a crappy joke.
All right, here we got one. This is Wallace. Howie McCullough. So
Howie.
what are our thoughts on Larson and the 5?
You want to start with me?
Sure.
I'll say it like this: my first thought is that Chip Ganassi got screwed.
Okay.
And I'm not a Chip Ganassi fan. He fired me one year and tried to sue me and stuff, but that's a whole other story. But anyways, I think he's going to do fine. I think now you have 2 racehorses in that stable with him and Chase.
Yep.
I think that's a great addition to that team for sure. Have they announced crew chief for him?
I don't think they've done that.
Not that I know.
Not that I
Right.
know.
I'll let you know when they announce crew chief for him.
Okay. Your thoughts? Sharon?
I think it's a good thing.
Right.
I think he definitely deserves to be in college.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The guy's very talented.
Mhm.
I'm happy for him.
Right. I think
Happy for him.
I'm glad he's
He,
back.
he did his stuff, what he was supposed to do.
and beyond, I think
Right.
he did.
Yeah.
If you listen to him, he realizes that what was nothing he thought to him, but once it goes out
Right.
to the whole world, he was like, okay, the impact was way beyond. I like that they put him in the 5 because they don't. That's a whole new number.
They're rebranding, right?
They're rebranding him, a whole new number, and so he's back in Chevrolet, and we'll see what he does. But they said there's no. Excuse me, sorry. There's no sponsors
That's
yet.
a crazy
I know,
wing.
crazy wing.
Burp.
They said there's no sponsors yet on the 5 car, and I'm going. Oh, I think that'll be taken care of pretty quickly.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Because there'll be a company that says, you know what, let's step into this, and it'll take some thought, but I mean,
It's going to be fine.
it's gonna be fine. And I know it's Cliff Daniels. Cliff Daniels is the crew chief.
Is
for
the
him?
crew chief?
That's what
Okay.
Michelle Rayner says. Right? Dominic Creamer says, Pete, who do you think was the best short track driver ever?
Hey, Dom.
You don't have to say Dick Trickle. It won't hurt my feelings.
Well,
Even
it's
though-
obvious. I mean, there's so many. It's hard.
There is.
Give us 2.
Go your area. Go your
Oh,
era.
geez,
Go your
alright.
era. Go your area.
Once again, there's so many. Dom's dad helped on John Juliker's car, so I know John
Well,
was definitely one of them. Ricky Wiley, like we talked about.
our Clark.
Art Clark, Maynard Troyer, Siege
Steve
Finanza.
Finanza.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sit here.
There you go. You got a buffet answer there, but yeah, there's some.
I can't really pick
Because
one.
It's hard to put your finger on one,
Right.
right?
Then you had the Chuck Hosfelds as you were coming down, in later years, but it's Geritol Lounge. Who the hell are you calling that, Bender? You should talk.
What, this here?
Hi, Jimmy.
Yeah, Bender.
Is he calling us a Jared? He should talk.
He should talk. No kidding. My gosh.
Right.
We had to help him out. Remember, we had to help him off the keg when he was here because
Yeah.
his legs were so bad. Just kidding, buddy. Just kidding. All right. So changes you've seen through the years. What are some that you've liked and some you haven't liked? First, let's do changes through the
That
years
you're willing to talk about.
that you've liked.
How did you like the wing?
Oh, the COT. Yeah.
One change I don't really like that pertains to you is the Hawkeye.
The new inspection
Right, the
system.
laser
I used to
inspection.
like the templates better. The fans could watch.
Right. It was more interactive.
Yeah, the teams could watch and make sure everybody's being checked the same.
Right.
The way it is now, it's for those you don't know, the cars go into this tent and all these lasers are measuring everything, and it comes out on a 3D screen and all that.
Yeah, the team get a printout. They get a printout of their chassis,
Right.
and they get a scan. They get to look at their car scanned
Okay.
in a 3D mode
Okay.
of what could possibly out of tolerance, but nobody else gets to see it but the
Got it.
teams.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I like the templates better because everybody could
see it.
see.
Right.
It's on the up and up. It's the same for
Right.
everybody. So that's one thing I don't really care about, but technology marches on, I guess. So.
What do you like?
Well, like I said, the pro trailer, I think it is safe.
So the pro trailer is where
consistent.
you watch the pit stops.
Yeah.
From the cameras and the officials sit there, so
Yeah,
that's the pro trailer.
It's safer because you got less people on pit road, and it's
Right.
more consistent because you can, talk it over before you make the call. To
Right.
use
Right.
the trailer. So I think that was a good thing.
Okay.
With all the instant replay stuff that goes on, and now all of our other sports, it kind of can give you some satisfaction on how rules
Right.
get played out instead of it cut and dried and oh, that wasn't fair.
And the other good thing about the trailer is if they call a penalty on somebody, the crew chief has the option to see the
Exactly.
penalty.
Right.
Right.
Everything's
You can
recorded.
point it out to him.
You can show me because I used to argue all the time with,
Yeah.
with guys and that but now it's right there on the screen. You can show them. Okay, and it's cut and dry.
And they broadcast on television,
Right.
Right.
so everyone can see it. So there's no arbitrary thing there.
Right.
Well, we're at the top of the hour, my friend. I want to thank you so very much for coming on.
Me
and
too.
sharing
Thank you,
your
buddy.
experience. It's been an
Thank you
honor
for
to have you.
Appreciate it.
You've been a good friend for all these years, and I appreciate you. And you've been very helpful.
Same
to me.
here.
And
Great to be
so
here. Thanks.
You've I'll say this about Pete. Being in the sport, and even though I didn't deal with him, one of the fairest officials,
Right.
and the same tone throughout the years that I've been going to the racetrack, you get from him the same time. Now outside the track, I get a different tone, but when he
But that's
always
what it is.
treated me
Yeah.
the same.
Right.
Never got any preferential treatment from him at the track,
Right.
and was more than happy to have he'd have water, I'd have a beer at the watering hole.
Yeah.
Which was that's all we want. That's
Right.
all anybody
Right.
wants.
Thanks for
Just
that.
treat us fair.
And all the comments were that you're one of the best, and you're fair
Thank
and a
you.
good guy.
That's really nice. Makes me feel good.
I
Thanks.
don't know you like I do. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I know.
You are a good guy. I'm just
Shut up,
kidding.
Tim.
Okay, thank you. Hey, you got dirt on me too, so let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I do.
You know, that's all right. All right, everybody, thank you very much. James Bender, Akutiki, Brian Julie, thanks. James Bender, no, was it someone good show? Hey, everybody, Brian Smith, good show. Pete's a great guy. All right, everybody, thank you very much. No matter what happens tonight, we're all a country.
Right.
Still the USC, we're all together. And if you get mad, you get mad.
Get mad and
Don't move on because that's
Right.
just what it is. So
kick the neighbor's dog, not your own.
not your own.
No,
Right.
don't kick the neighbor. Don't kick anything.
No, don't kick any dogs.
Don't kick anything.
What's wrong with
Just
you?
go to bed and shut up.
Okay, and that's what we're gonna do. Good night, everybody. Should we say good night?
Good night.
Good night, Dick.
Good night, Dick.
There you go. Wow. Hey, another great show.
Great
Thank
show.
you so much, everybody,
Yep.
for tuning
Enjoyed
in.
it.
We appreciate it. We do this every Tuesday night, and Warren, I think the guests we've had have been fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And the people that are following us, we appreciate it. We're reaching 42,000 people a month. Can you believe that? And we appreciate you watching. And
Right. We're having fun. Hope everybody else enjoys it.
that's it. And it's just a fun show. Bucket of beer, guys sitting around talking about it. So keep tuning in. We appreciate it. Check out our store and everything. But we appreciate you people, and we will see you next week, right, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right. See you next week.